Hey guys, Casey here. So today I am doing the $20 makeup tag. So basically what it is the scenario is that you are going on vacation and you get to your destination and realize that the airline has lost your luggage, including all of your makeup. Any type of makeup products, you don't have brushes, you have absolutely nothing. And so basically you have a $20 budget to repurchase any of the makeup that you're going to need to do an entire face of makeup. So this is the look I came up with. I hope you guys like it. I really like all the stuff that I got, and I tried to get as many things that I possibly could within that $20 in order to actually have a full face. So that meant, most of the stuff was pretty inexpensive. The most expensive thing that I use is $4.29. And only three things were more than $1. So I hope you guys like it, and stay tuned if you want to see how I got my $20 face. Okay, so for me, I think the big point of this was to be able to come up with a full look under $20, like a look that I would be comfortable spending a whole day in on vacation, so I really didn't want to leave anything out. So the first thing I chose was the NYC Smooth Skin Perfecting Primer, and this is $3.99. So we're going to start with a little bit of that, because my skin will not survive an entire day without a primer. I have really oily skin, so without a primer, my skin or my makeup is only going to last maybe a couple of hours. And if I'm on vacation, I don't want to have to worry about blotting and reapplying and whatnot every couple hours. So start with that primer. And the next thing we're going to do is use the e.l.f. All Over Color Stick. This one is in honey, and we're going to be using this as like our foundation / concealer. So I'm just going to kind of dot that all around. And I've only actually used this all over my face a couple of times, but my sister Andy, aka the artist, does this all the time. It's like very kind of full coverage. I don't know, I'll raise it right now if you can see that. I'm just going to use my fingers to blend that in, because you kind of need to use your fingers with this to help blend it, like the warmth of your fingers. And luckily it's pretty close to my color right now. Okay, I think that's good. So next I'm going to go ahead and do the eyes. Oh, and again, this is $1. I don't know if I already said that. So next, for the eyes, I'm going to use the $1 e.l.f. Eyelid Primer. Because again, my eye makeup will not last very long without a primer. And I actually really like this one. It's probably one of my favorites. Okay, and then the eyeshadow palette I chose was this quad from e.l.f. It's the Day to Night palette, and I broke the top of it off. And the reason I chose this one is because I do really feel like, just like its name, it can easily take you from day to night. And so I spent one of my dollars on a brush because, unlike some brave girls on YouTube, I am not confident putting on my eyeshadow with my finger or with a sponge tip applicator. I'm just not confident in doing that. I'm not very coordinated. So I just chose this $1 blending eye brush from e.l.f. And I use this one all the time, and I'm going to be using this to do the whole eye pretty much. So first I'm going to take that kind of that shade and get that on our brush. And we're going to apply that to the lid. And then we're going to go ahead and take this purple shade, and I'm just going to wipe off the brush a little bit with a tissue that I hope is already in the hotel room that I'm staying at. Just a little piece of tissue. I'm going to wipe off the brush a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take that purple shade. I'm going to go ahead and do outer corner. So this look, I mean, it's definitely very day appropriate, but if you really wanted to go for a more dramatic night look, I mean, you can definitely use this one with like the really dark green color that comes in it. I'm not going to use the green one because, like I said, I'm just going for something very daytime appropriate. We're just going to wipe off our brush again, and then we're going to take the highlight shade, put that on the brow bone. And we're also going to take just a little bit of that and do that on the inner corner of the eye. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and take the little sponge tip applicator that came in the quad, and I'm going to use just kind of like the edge of it in the purple shade. And just line like the outer third of the lower lash line with that, just to add some definition. I chose not to go with an eyeliner just because I don't actually really wear eyeliner in general, so didn't really feel like I would be without anything without an eyeliner because I wouldn't normally use one anyway. Alright. And then I'm going to go ahead and go with my NYC Skyrise mascara. I actually use this all the time. And this is $1.99. And now for the face, this is kind of the part that I felt most impressed with myself on because I noticed a lot of people using like lipsticks as blush or, you know, having to skimp on bronzer and highlight and things like that. So I really wanted to be able to use as many products as I could. So the first thing, I went with the $1 e.l.f. bronzing bronzing brush, and I've got one of the $1 e.l.f. Natural Radiance blushers in Flushed, and so I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the cheeks. And this is again one of those things that I just really didn't feel confident doing with my fingers. So I wanted to splurge the extra dollar on a brush. And then I also have the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in Sun Bronze. It's a matte bronzer. And this one is $4.29. So I'm just going to take that. If you want to hear a funny story, I had done some like self-tanner the other day, or like last week, and it came out really dark, or at least it was really dark on my body and not very dark on my face. And I was going to a job, and so I had to make everything match. And so what I ended up doing, because I didn't have any makeup that matched the rest of my body, so I ended up actually setting my makeup with this bronzer because it was the only thing that was close enough to what my skin looked like. It actually turned out quite well. I was impressed. I'm just going to do some light contouring. they also have the e.l.f. $1 shimmer, Healthy Glow shimmer powder. And this is what we're going to use as the highlight. And just take like the tip of that. Okay, and we're just going to use a tissue real quick to clean up the lips, as well as the eyebrows, getting any of that excess color off of them that may have gotten on it from the Oliver Color Stick. And the majority of the time I do not fill in my eyebrows at all. I usually just take a Q-tip and wet it and go over my eyebrows to take off any foundation that might have gotten on it. Sorry, the air conditioner just came on and it's really loud. So I usually just clean it up with a Q-tip because my eyebrows are naturally pretty dark. And so the last steps, we've got the Essence Lip Liner in Soft Rose. I'm just going to draw that all over. I love these lip liner pencils. They're like really, really creamy, and so they spread really nice and they feel really nice on the lips, and they're not really rough like some are. And then we're just going to go over that with just a little bit of the e.l.f. $1 Super Glossy Lip Shine in Watermelon. Alright, so we are all done. And so again, this came out to a grand total of $19.27. So definitely under that $20 budget. And I was pretty proud of myself for being able to do so much, and including a couple of brushes for under $20. So that just goes to show you, when you are on a strict budget, you can still get a lot of really good stuff for relatively low price. And it gives me a little bit of confidence that if the airline ever does actually lose my luggage, that I'll be able to find at least a few things to get me through my vacation. So until next time, guys, bye.